So, hey YouTube, I'm back. And I need to properly introduce myself because the video did properly upload. And once again, I'm sorry for, I look a mess. I'm sorry, but I don't really, this is me. You know, I ain't always got to be glitz and glam for everybody because I'm cool with myself now. And that took a lot of work, you know, internally. But anyway, um it's been about 2 weeks that me building this YouTube channel has been heavy on me. And I don't know where God taking me to, but I know I'm on for the ride. So hopefully, by me being genuine and being real and just straight to the point and honest with this channel, I'm just hoping that I can get through to some people who suffer with any topic that I touch on, in silence. And anything that I touch on is something that I got experience in, or some struggles that I have been through. All right. So anyway, again, my name is Nita Juanita, and I'm 37, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I've been living in Baltimore all my life. Um, like I said, I'm 37, and um, I've battled with addiction. I want to say for the past 15, 16 years of my life. Um, when I was younger, it was, it was alcohol and things that's more acceptable. But then once I got older, and my tolerance level rose, I eventually, you know, started using the stuff that was stronger, which is heroin and cocaine. So anyway, I've been clean now for a year. Actually 13 months. And it's my worst day here being clean is nowhere near compared to my best day using. Like, I'd rather take the worst day clean. My life has gotten nothing but better. My life has become more fulfilled. Um, so I basically been taking like a year to work on me and really tap into myself and try to understand why I put myself in situations or why I use the way I use, or I feel that I need to be inebriated to go out and face life, Um, of course, it's going to take a lot more than a year, but I'm getting better every day. I'm getting better every day because let me tell you something. It would be a time that I would never come on a video without knowing how many people going to see this or who going to see this or where it's going to spread to, looking like this. I was a person that struggled with low self-esteem all my life. And to get to the bottom of it, let's get right into it. As a kid, as you can see, I have a distinct facial feature, which is a flat nose and a flat face. And as a kid, kids was mean. I got so teased so bad about my nose being flat, and like you got hit in the face with a frying pan and Miss Piggy this, and they even had a song made up for me, Smush Nose, put your hands one time, and all kinds of stuff, and me being a kid and not really knowing how to process all of that and what to do with it, I would laugh it off, but it would stick with me. And I just thought I was the ugliest girl in the world, you know. But I played like it it didn't affect me or it didn't bother me. I grew up in a project, so you know, growing up in the projects, you're subjected to so many different kinds of people and children, and you see things and you hear things that may not be normal to somebody else or that may not be okay to someone else, but when you're in that type of living environment, you basically gotta adapt, and you have to build. And as a kid, you have to mentally build yourself up from a kid to be mentally strong, because you endure a lot. And as a kid, there's no holdbacks. No child don't know how to sugarcoat anything. So um and I would get teased and I would laugh when they laughed and make it seem like, it wasn't bothering me. But then when I got behind closed doors by myself, you know, that would consume me. And I was the type of kid to keep things to myself. Like I didn't go tell my mother and really get to the root of how I felt. I just didn't. I just went with the flow. And by me going with the flow and of course wanting the teasing and everything to stop, I began to people please. And people pleasing, doing things that somebody else wanted me to do or that I think they want me to do so that they won't pick on me as much, or so that maybe the attention to shift from me to somebody else, anything. Like if I knew I was gonna get in trouble for leaving out the court, my mother was very strict with me, and I couldn't do. I mean, even though I was living in the projects, I couldn't do everything the other kids was doing. I just couldn't. And I stayed punished a lot because I was a follower, and like I said, I would try to do whatever it is to make you like me. So if you would do something that I knew I was gonna get in trouble for, I would do it anyway and just deal with the consequences, which was crazy. But as a child, like I said, you just you experience in life, and I wasn't the strongest child. I was timid. I was actually a timid kid. You know, I really was. I didn't like trouble, and I didn't like fighting, and I just wanted to have fun, and everybody let. That's the type of person I was, and so I just ran with the flow what everybody else did because it seemed like it made it easier. And that went on. I had a lot of friends as a kid because I was a people pleaser, and so growing up, I had a lot of different. I want to say, not friends, but associates. And I had a pretty good childhood besides the BNCs and stuff like that. I had an awesome mother. I didn't grow up with a father, but my mother made sure me and I have a brother that's 8 years older than me, but my mother made sure, I didn't want for nothing. We had a house, we had heat, we had water, we had change clothes, clean clothes, food all the time. And then eventually, but I think I was like 12 years old, my mother Well, she got married when I was like 10, but when I was like 12, they had started making, you know, good money. So my mother wanted to move out of the project, but she wanted to move right across the street, right across the street from the projects. I grew up over Latrobe Projects, so from Latrobe Projects, right across the street is a street called Ashcroft Street, and Ashcroft Street is townhouses. So it's literally right across the street. If I look out my window, I can see all the project kids playing, right? And hearing them and stuff like that. Like it just, the scenery, the house, it was a house, but it was still in the same area as the project. But my mother had came up with this because she knew I was easily influenced. So she came up with the idea to um, move us across the street and tell me that I could no longer hang in the project. Because she just wanted me to hang with the kids in the townhouses and maybe that, that'll have a better influence on me. But by this time, the influence had already been, I had already been a project kid, so it wasn't no turning back. And plus, the little kids in the townhouse, they was just a little too born for me, and um, it just wasn't as fast, I guess, or as fun. So that didn't last long. I still ended up going to the projects, but then we moved from down the projects to Eager Street, and that's when I started going to high school. And when I started going to high school, of course, everything started changing. I still would go down to projects every now and then, but um, my scenery of friends had changed, and they were living different places. And I had got a boyfriend, my first, and I started hanging up his neighborhood, and he was living up Green Mountain Landville, which was a totally different world for me. So I had took on his neighborhood and his friends, and after that situation, long story short, I had started smoking weed. Now I thought, weed was the best thing ever, especially when I was a teenager. It was accepted, because everybody was doing it, even the adults was doing it, so it wasn't really looked at like doing something bad. But I know I ain't had no business doing it because my mother ain't played it. And but I started noticing my appetite for smoking was no, I said appetite. My tolerance for smoking was way more than everybody else's. Like they could smoke a blunt and then put it down, but it would be on my mind 24/7. If it wasn't no weed around, I didn't want to be around. That's all I wanted to do was go get some weed, smoke, 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 and smoke and smoke. You know, and I didn't really see that I was a little bit more addicted or obsessed with it than everybody else. Until one time my friend said something to me like, "That's all you want to do all the time is just smoke, smoke, smoke," like. And I had to think about it, like, yeah, but it still didn't register. So anyway, um, I'm not gonna tell the whole story right now. I just wanted to let y'all know what the channel was gonna be about. It's gonna be plenty of um topics and life experiences and honesty and gutter and real and comment and subscribe. I don't care. I don't want it to be negative because I want somebody that's really suffering, can come on here and get a shot of hope and understand that they're not by themselves, and especially with everything that's going on in the world today, people just need an outlet, to a positive outlet, not a negative outlet. We not here to judge nobody. I damn sure can't judge nobody and everything that I done been through in my life. I just want a platform for somebody to feel safe, for somebody to feel like they can be open. I'm going to be open with you. If I can answer any questions, I'm going to answer them. You know, if I can, I will try to get you the information, the right information. You know, it's going to be a lot of things. Molestation, rape. I've been through it all. You know, I've still struggled with a lot of things. And I don't have the answer to everything, but this is a platform to get some of that trash up out of you and be able to get some positive into you, you know. And I'm not a licensed doctor and a therapist and none of that shit, but I'm a person with life experiences that been through things, and um, it's my reality, and it's some shit that I'm working on within self to get better with. And I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed to talk about anything that I've been through, you know? And it allows me to be honest and open with you and anybody else. And like I say, I just want positivity for anybody, because there's a lot of kids and a lot of teenagers and a lot of adults and a lot of people, period, that's suffering with a lot of things and that's scared to open up about it to anybody, you know? And I just want to be that outlet. So, yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an idea about what this is going to be about, so that when y'all see me or see another video that I will be maybe doing tomorrow, because it's a little late right now, so that I maybe be doing tomorrow and post, so that, you know, so that we can know that we're not alone, especially in the world today when everybody just for themselves, you know, everybody just for themselves. And I just wanna do the right thing, and I just wanna be a help to somebody, because I know what I went through. God ain't allowed me to go through it for me. It's for me to be a shot of hope for somebody else, and that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just trying to do whatever God's calling me to do, and it's not gonna be a real religious page, and you know, but I am a true believer in God, and I really truly believe that He's moving me to do something more than I can see right now, you know. So you know, I just want everybody to have a good night. And like I say, I'll be back tomorrow when we have enough, you know, when I'm a little bit more better put together and it's a little bit more earlier and I have enough time to really get into it. So hit like and subscribe. And I'm gonna have to start telling some people about this page too, so that I can start, you know, I can get it around. But thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to use this as a platform. I hope that it's a good that it can be of service to y'all, you know. And I pray that it's able to stand. So I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Good night.